Welcome. I'm Elle, a former Eagan Funfest Ambassador and a proud member of the Ambassador Committee and wider Funfest Board of Directors. The Eagan Funfest Ambassadors represent not only the city of Eagan and surrounding communities, but also our July 4th Funfest celebration. Throughout the year, they appear in parades, attend community festivals, participate in coronations, and so much more. These remarkable young leaders dedicate a full year to service, connection, and personal growth, all while representing our community. Our candidate program kicks off in May, leading into Eagan's July 4th Funfest. During this time, candidates take part in a series of events designed to build confidence, leadership, and interpersonal skills. Today, we're giving you a behind-the-scenes look at what it's really like to be an ambassador and what the journey to get there looks like through our candidate program. I'm joined by our wonderful ambassadors who will each be sharing a unique part of their experience in this program. So let's start with the basics. I'm here with Maddie. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Maddie, and I'm your 2025-2026 Eagan Funfest Royal Ambassador, and I am proudly sponsored by Superior Automotive.
Wonderful, thank you. So Maddie is going to help us break down what it really means to an ambassador and what that looks like throughout the year. So for someone who's watching and who's never heard of this before, how would you describe what an ambassador is, what the ambassador program is?
When I normally get asked that question, the first thing I say is that we're like the princess, like the royalty groups on floats, just like get the idea in their head. Mm-hmm. But we do a lot more than that. We do parades, which are my personal favorite, but we also do coronations and volunteer events in all different times, in all different like dress wear, and we really help Eagan and then also spread the word about the Eagan Funfest.
It's so much fun, and I do the same thing. It's like city royalty on the parade, on a float, because people immediately know what that is, but there's so much more to it. So of all of these fun things, what initially drew you to the ambassador program?
Well, way back when my mom was young, sorry, Mom, she was part of a royalty program herself. And so when she saw the ad for Eagan Ambassadors, she showed me, and she just thought it'd be really, really perfect for me to just build confidence and gain some new friends over the summer, just as she did.
Great idea, Mom. I love that.
Thanks, Mom.
What does representing Eagan look like throughout the year? Because it's a year-long service.
It is really a year-long service. The first few months are really, really busy, and then we have a few slower months for the rest of the year. But we do parades, coronations, and volunteer events in, like I said, all different kinds of uniforms, like our formal, our non-formal, and our polos, and our cowboy outfits. And then we do it rain or shine, we're always there.
It's a jam.
It's a lot, but it's so much fun.
And you are right. The summer starts out very busy because what is summer? It's parade season.
It's parade season.
So there's always a parade. Is there a moment during your reign so far that really stands out to you?
Several things I could say, but I'm going to be the first to say it. The car rides. Notorious car rides. I love them. We just get to like really just relax during the car rides and really get to know each other as a royal family. And I've really, really gotten to know my crown sisters over this like almost a year of knowing each other during these car rides. And it's just been one of the most special things to me.
Yeah. She's talking about the car rides, carpools to and from events, which is where a lot of that bonding really happens. Those are some of my fondest memories too. What surprised you most after becoming an ambassador?
Before I was ambassador, I thought I had good social skills. I can tell you now, I did not. I think I've just been really able to like make friends quicker. part of being an ambassador is just being able to make quick connections with people and then being able to like keep those connections throughout the course of your reign. So I would be able to just make friends just waiting in line to take pictures with someone after a coronation and then be able to say like, oh, hi, I remember you from that coronation way back like 2 months ago.
There's so many opportunities to really practice and grow those communication and public speaking skills. And it's always so fun for me to see the growth in our ambassadors throughout the year. So, if you had one piece of advice to someone who is thinking about applying and becoming a candidate but isn't sure, what would you tell them?
Just do it. Just try it, please. The biggest regret you will have is not doing it sooner. If you try it, it's not for you, but you try it and it is for you, that will be one of the best decisions you will make in your life ever of all time.
That is amazing. I could not have said that any better. So thank you. Thank you for joining us. That was a really great look at what being an ambassador and the role is all about.
Thank you, Elle.
Now that we know what an ambassador is, let's talk about what the role involves day to day. I'm joined now by Megan. Can you introduce yourself for us?
Yes. Hi, my name is Megan Yeski. I am one of your 2025 to 2026 Eagan Funfest Ambassadors, and I'm proudly sponsored by Just Between Friends Eagan Apple Valley.
Great. Megan is going to walk us through the responsibilities and how the experience has really shaped her. So what would you say, this might be a very difficult question, but what would you say has been the most fun part about being an ambassador?
I'd probably say one of the most fun parts of being an ambassador is just meeting new people. I love getting to know people and then their life, and we're all the same age, so we can all relate to stuff. And that's probably the most fun part because it's just fun getting to know new people, make new friends.
It's a wonderful opportunity to do that through this program. You've had the chance to represent Eagan outside of the city too, traveling to other communities, coronations and parades. Is there a favorite event outside of the city that you've attended?
That's a really hard question. I'd probably say one of my favorite events that I have attended is just going to the Minnesota State Fair with all the other ambassadors. The parade was fun, but also just getting to see all the people, all the kids. I just loved it. I loved the haunted house, seeing the horses, just the food, all of it.
Yeah.
It was such a fun day.
And riding the trolley in the parade is always a big hit.
Yes.
And just fun to experience that with your fellow ambassadors. So much fun. Speaking of your fellow ambassadors, being on a team is a huge part of this experience. So what have you learned from being part of such a close-knit team?
One thing I've learned from being on a team is just teamwork, good communication skills, trusting each other, that we're all going to be there and we're all going to do great together.
You're all in it together.
Yes.
Yeah. How has this experience changed you even outside of the program?
So for sure in the beginning of the program, I was really nervous on talking to new people and stuff. Just thought that was scary. But definitely now, I feel a lot more comfortable now talking to strangers and getting to know people. And outside of the program and stuff, I've just gone and tried new things that I found interesting because I wasn't scared anymore.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Similar question, but has anything pushed you really outside of your comfort zone?
Just overall talking to people. I was for sure scared to do that when I started as a candidate, and just going through all of the candidate stuff in the beginning of the program and being crowned, it's really helped me.
It does. It helps you grow. It helps you get outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Push yourself a little bit more. Well, thank you so much. It really brings the program and the role to life.
Yes, thank you.
Great. Of course, being an ambassador is about more than just appearances. It's also about giving back to the community. I'm joined now by Mia. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Mia Noonan, and I'm one of your 2025-2026 Eagan Funfest Ambassadors. I am proudly sponsored by Great Lakes Neurobehavioral Center.
Wonderful. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Mia is going to share more about the impact ambassadors have in the community. So first, can you tell us or explain the difference between an appearance and a volunteer event?
Yeah. So for appearances, those are things more like parades, coronations, things where we're more going to support someone else or an outside community without being directly involved in interacting with them. While we definitely do interact with like kids on floats and wave at them, it's more about bringing a little bit of outside positivity instead of like directly interacting with community versus volunteering. We are on the ground purposefully interacting with kids, community members, and just really trying to make a difference just by helping out for a cause or something, like doing Feed My Starving Children or Holtz Farm, things like that, or more volunteer events.
Very beautifully said. And the great thing is we do a lot of each of those in our program, a lot of parades and coronations, but also a lot of on-the-ground work, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
What part of giving back has meant the most to you?
Honestly, whenever I think about any giving back or impact that I've had in this year, I think about all of the little kids that I've seen just along parade routes or even just during community events, and instantly seeing their just faces light up and there's just big smiles on their faces when they realize not only are there princesses around, but they're directing their attention towards them and really trying to like brighten their day. Like one of my favorite things is to just find little kids and just blow kisses to them during parades. It really just, they always look so excited, and always I try and wave at them as much as possible because I really just like making someone's day better and seeing that visible impact. That's really the best part of giving back to me.
And it's always fun to think about, you were one of those kids at one point,
Yeah.
and now you're in the other position, making another kid's day.
Exactly. It feels so full circle, and that's
does.
what really means the most to me.
That's amazing. Wonderfully said. So a lot of our ambassadors, like you, are very heavily involved in school, extracurriculars, hobbies. So how did you manage to balance your commitments as an ambassador along with your participation in all of those events?
Yeah, it definitely was tough sometimes. I was very, very busy during the summer and fall. I do soccer, and I was also a football manager at the same time. So not only was it kind of tough to balance that, but there are sometimes weekend events where I had to like miss either like a soccer game or come late to a soccer game or something like that. But it really wasn't too hard because everything is really in the summer a lot, but then it cools down during these months where I start to get more involved with like mock trial, and really it's all on the weekends. So if your weekends are relatively free, you should be fine. But also if you're in something like speech or debate, there's still opportunities for you to do those weekend events without it feeling too much of like something's giving and something's taking.
Yes, yes. And I will say, every ambassador that has come through the program is crazy involved in so many different activities. So the program really works with you to make it work.
Definitely.
Yes. So outside of time management, which we just talked about, which skills have you developed through your time as an ambassador?
Honestly, the biggest things that I've developed are my confidence, public speaking, and really just my ability to just go up to new people with a lot less fear. Before, I would say I wasn't like the worst at those skills, but definitely through being an ambassador, it's helped me so much more. And I've had the confidence to like take a public speaking class in high school, really do well, like even improve my mock trial, which I've been doing for 4 years in high school, but definitely this year felt like my best because I've had all these extra public speaking skills. And like, I just went up and gave a speech last week, just no prep, and it's because of all the public speaking that's prepared me through this program. And then the confidence is there too with that public speaking. And really, as a senior in high school, I've had to do a lot more networking, putting myself out there as I look to see, where do I want to go for college? Where am I going for college? Who's going to be there? And this program has really given me the ability to feel more okay and confident in doing that.
And that is a really great segue into the next question, which each ambassador receives a scholarship at the end of their reign to put towards their academic future. So how do you plan to use that?
So I am going to college in New York. I'm going to Ithaca, and I'm going to be majoring in sports media. That is really going to help support what my dream career is, which is to eventually be a sports broadcaster, hopefully for hockey. That's my favorite sport, but really that scholarship is really going to help support me as I'm there, because I'm going to a private college, so it's a lot more expensive than going to something like Iowa State, which is a lot more closer to home. But that scholarship is really going to help me be there and help pursue my dreams.
Every little bit helps when it comes to school.
Definitely.
And all of our ambassadors are such remarkable individuals that I have no doubt you'll thrive at Ithaca. It's so exciting. So thank you so much. Our ambassadors truly make a difference, not just during their reign, but in the way that they carry these lessons forward. We're so proud to support their academic journeys with scholarships, and even more proud of the work that they make in our community. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
You might be wondering, how do you actually become an ambassador? I'm joined now by Josephine, who recently went through the candidate program herself about this time last year. So can you share a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Josephine Scott. I'm your 2025-2026 Eagan Funfest Ambassador, and I'm proudly sponsored by Burn Boot Camp at Apple Valley.
Wonderful. You are here today giving us a closer look at what candidates can expect along the way. So let's dive in. The first piece is that a big part of the candidate program is finding a sponsor, someone who supports you along the way. So how did you go about choosing your sponsor? What was it like reaching out to them?
Yeah, so during the summer, I worked out at Burn Boot Camp, and my mom is actually a trainer there. So I thought their owner was very nice. So when I decided to ask her, she immediately said yes with open arms.
It's wonderful to have that personal family connection too. Okay, the first event, which is one of my favorites, is the Candidate Family Potluck Picnic, which is as fun as it sounds. What did you bring to share with everyone?
I brought crazy cake, which is chocolate cake with marshmallows on it. And, wait.
It was so good. It was so good. Is there a story behind that? Do you have that a lot as a family?
Yeah, so my grandparents passed it down to us, and it's basically a tradition used to celebrate for birthdays.
I'm so glad you brought it. It was so tasty. Another favorite event of mine is Meet the Candidate Night, which is in front of the Funfest Board of Directors and the Ambassador Committee. Tell us what this event is and what you wore, because it's a very fun event.
What the event is you bring a few items to symbolize what is important to you. And what I brought is one Nike shoe because I lost the other one and I still can't find it. I brought a ski boot because I love to go skiing in the winter. I brought my goggles because I'm scuba certified. And I brought my volleyball jersey because it's one of my favorite hobbies.
And the outfits are just as much of a hodgepodge as you're picturing right now, but they really show every candidate's personality, what your hobbies are, your passions. It's a lot of fun.
For sure.
The interview process can feel very nerve-wracking. So what was going through your mind during your interview with the judges?
During my interview, I was definitely a little bit nervous, but I knew they were just trying to get to know me, so I treated it as any other conversation.
And there's no tough questions in there. It's all about who you are as a person.
Yeah.
How would you say that compares to what we're doing right now?
I would say it compares because I know you're just asking me questions, so I'm just treating it like a normal conversation.
Exactly. Nothing to be worried about. Walk us through Coronation Night, because that's the big night where we say farewell to our outgoing ambassadors and we welcome in a new group. So what was going through your mind?
It was definitely a roller coaster of emotions, but I think it was a great and memorable night. We got to see the outgoing royalty give their speeches, and the candidates also give their speeches, which was very heartwarming.
It really is. We've talked a lot about the different events that you have as a candidate. What advice would you give to someone who's thinking about becoming a candidate and joining the program, but isn't so sure yet?
Some advice I would give to an unsure candidate is that the whole process is so worth it. Through the program, you get to work on your speech and talking with others, and I think personally I've grown so much.
And there's really no harm in trying. Why not give it a go?
Definitely, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. You've given us a really great look at the candidate program and what to expect. If you're thinking about joining, hopefully this answered a few questions you might have or maybe even inspired you to give it a try. Thank you.
Thank you, Elle.
And finally, let's talk about what really makes this experience so special. I'm joined now by Lauren. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Lauren Bruns and I am sponsored by Chip's Pickleball Club.
Wonderful, thank you for being here. Lauren is going to share what this experience feels like, from the friendships to the moments that stick with you. So the first question is, it's a very broad question, what does a day in the life look like as an ambassador?
Yes, a day in a life can definitely be different depending on what we're doing for the day, but I think it is very important for any event that you're doing to start off with eating well right before you even get ready. So normally if it's a morning event, I have a really great breakfast that gets me ready for the day. And then me and my mom will normally go get coffee together, which is amazing. And then afterwards, we tend to get my hair ready and then anything else that we need. So that's normally like my water bottle, snacks if I need it, money, phone always needs to be charged, pretty much just getting ready for the event. Afterwards, we will go to the community center and I will meet up with the rest of my ambassadors there. After that, we normally take a car and go to whatever event we're going to that day, whether it's a coronation, parade, or volunteer for that day. After we get to the place, we normally get to talk with so many different people, and it's really special being able to talk with everyone that we meet during the day. After we're done with the event, we then get back in the car. We have some fun times because now we're a little bit more tired than usual. And once we get back to the community center, we say our goodbyes. Normally it's a little bit sad because we love hanging out together. And then finally, once I get home, I love to just be able to wind down. I normally snuggle up with my dogs and eat a sweet treat.
I love this. It shows all of the little moments behind the scenes, those bonding moments, moments that really make this year so special. And what I really love is that you started it off with food, because these can be some long, tiring days, yes. Maybe days out in the sun at a parade, so eating is so important.
Yep, it is.
You spend a lot of time together with the other ambassadors. You mentioned driving to and from events, just spending downtime with them. How have your relationships with the other ambassadors grown?
I think it's honestly just been like an exponential growth since candidacy. I think going from a huge group of girls down to just a few really helps you be able to bond with other people. I know just over like the past year that we've really just been able to get to know each other, not just on like a personal level, but also like what can tick you off, how to work better as a team. It's really something that comes with just partnering together. And it's just good as well being able to see through our relationships how much they grow throughout the year. And I've really enjoyed being a part of their journey as well.
You have lifelong best friends now too.
Yes.
So we talked about how your relationships have grown, but how have you grown during your experience?
Yes, so I think growth throughout like the year is so different for everyone. For me, I think it's really helped with maturity. This role and this program really helps be able to make you like look more into yourself and how you are supposed to act in front of other people, act with adults. You really don't look more at yourself anymore. You look at the other people as well around you, which is really cool in one aspect, and it really makes you feel like
that it's more meaningful.
Yeah, it makes it a
more
lot more
fulfilling.
meaningful. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that perspective, and it kind of ties back to Mia talking about giving back to the community in that full circle moment. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's wonderful. Now, a sadder question. When your year is over, when your reign as an ambassador concludes, What do you think you'll miss the most?
Other than my ambassadors that I'm with, I'm definitely going to miss everyone that I've met over the past year, especially like the people who, any other ambassadors that live a lot farther away than like our surrounding communities. I know I've met people from like Hanover and Howard Lake, and this opportunity allows you to be able to reach people that are further than just your surrounding circles. So I'm going to definitely miss seeing them just because we don't have an opportunity other than me reaching out to them now to be like, let's hang out.
Well, and the good thing is you can stay connected on social media or do some reunions.
Yes.
Kind of similar, as your year comes to an end, what are you most looking forward to for what comes next?
Yeah, so right now I'm definitely looking forward to 3 things. So one is graduation. I will be graduating from high school next month, as well as be heading off to college within about a month and a half after we're done with this. But I'm also so excited to be able to see what other growth happens in the next few months. I'm really excited for the candidates that are gonna come in and just being able to see like who this program is able to help next. Lastly, I am extremely excited to be going to Aquatennial to represent Eagan there because that's been a dream of mine since I was a little kid, and I'm just really excited to be representing us there.
It's so special. And for those who don't know, Minneapolis Aquatennial is a yearly celebration where all of the different communities that have ambassador programs send a representative. So you have the potential to become an Aquatennial Queen of the Lakes or a princess, and it's very exciting.
Yes.
So we're very excited for you and proud of you. Well, it really shows what this program is all about beyond just the events. Lauren, thank you so much for sharing and for joining.
Thank you.
The Eagan Funfest Ambassador Program is open to candidates in and around the communities of Dakota County. We crown ambassadors in 2 divisions each year. Junior ambassadors, who each receive a $1,000 scholarship at the end of their reign, and ambassadors, who receive a $2,000 scholarship to put toward their academic future. If you're thinking about applying or even just curious to learn a little more, we'd love to have you join us for our informational meeting on Wednesday, May 20th at the Eagan Community Center. We'll share everything you need to know about the program. The candidate program then officially kicks off on Wednesday, June 3rd with candidate orientation at Mount Calvary Lutheran Church in Eagan. And of course, join us for Eagan's July 4th Funfest celebration, July 3rd and 4th at Eagan's Central Park Festival Grounds. And don't miss our ambassador coronation on Monday, July 6th at the Eagan Community Center. For all the latest updates on the Funfest and to learn more about the ambassador program, including eligibility or how to apply, visit eaganfunfest.org and follow us on social media. We hope to see you this summer. Thank you for joining us.